Traders, Brian here, A Plus Setups, and this is the live session trade recap for June 17th, 2026, day 3 into the week. We were 5 winners today, 1 loser, so that puts us on the week so far, 12 winners and 1 loser, no break-evens. I have to tell you, my trade performance this morning was abysmal. Right out of the gate, I took the first loser. That's not an issue, but I missed so many trades that I was waiting for. I don't know if it was distraction, if the market was moving. I like fast markets, so it was trader error. Let's just say that. But there were at least, I'm going to say, between 30 and 45. I don't have the account now, so that's why I'm giving a range. 30 to 45 winners this morning during the morning session. And there were 2 losers, and I managed to snag the very first loser in the sequence. So, and then I missed a lot of trades. So I give my report card this morning an F minus. But then I went to redemption mode this afternoon, and we finished strong. Again, like I said, 5 winners on the day, 1 loser. So we came back very nicely after this first losing trade here. So let's dissect the trades for today. All right, we had a trend line break. Everything was looking good under a major level, and they just wouldn't let it go down. So we took the first loss there on a reverse mullet. Now, let me explain. This is our framework chart here on the left. So the framework gives me the reason and when to look for my setup. And I'm not worried about everything, every little twist and turn in between. Once the framework, the structure breaks and sets me up and tells me when to look for a setup, then I start looking at my setup chart. I'm not looking at this at all through the day except for when I'm looking for a setup. I'll glance at it occasionally, but I'm looking at my framework trades, the things that tell me when to trade. All right, so here's the first loser. We did everything right. The trade just didn't work out. All right, so trade number 2, we had a triple focus divergence trade from the extreme right here. First trade set up over on the setup chart. You can see the jiggle. That popped nicely, and again, I'm only trading 1 contract in this account here for the live session. All right, that was trade number 2. I missed trades all morning long, and let's go over here to where the FOMC starts, and we had another triple focus divergence to set us up for the short side, and that happened to be a reverse mullet. It was 2 of our setups. Actually, it was 3. You see a triangle here, the dot, and the arrow. So that tells me that the puncture trade, the reverse mullet, and the 108 all fired at the same time on this framework break here, the triple focus divergence. All right, let's go find the next trade. Next trade was another triple focus divergence from the extreme. And the market was just ripping higher, and we got a chance to get short again over here on the jiggle, right off of the highs. Really nice trade. Next trade was a structure break, trend line break here, went right back up to the underneath the trend line. And again, this was another, see the triangle, the dot, and the arrow. It was a puncture trade, a reverse mullet, and a 108 all in one. For this down move. All right, our next trade, we waited. We got another triple focus divergence from the extreme. We bounced back up, a very clean jiggle setup there on the setup chart. Let me roll back over here so you can see that. Setup right there. You can see the arrow that our software printed, and up she went. All right, I think that was the last trade I took for today to put me at 5-1. It is. All right, that concludes the trade recap for today. It was another good day. We've had 3 good days this week to top off several other good weeks preceding this one. So that wraps it up for this. Hey, good luck in your trading. If you're not in the room, hope to see you in the room at some point in time. Take advantage of our June special. Have a good one.